Um,
I'm not the nail man.
I check my.
I'm not the culprit.
I can't check my. Oh, I can't check my. I was gonna start running through.
How can I be the nail man?
Okay.
I'm not the
I guess rolling it out. The crime scene one obviously kind of rules him out because he would not simply be able to fit through it.
I'm not the culprit.
The next one I would say is
Nail man.
obviously the casting is suspicious, but that's also throwing me off. Like it's like, okay, like it kind of would be very hard to do. Okay, actually maybe that's the thing too, because if this happened recently, pretty much would have been impossible for the last of the killings because you would have to climb down the ladder needing both arms. And
I'm not the culprit.
honestly don't think I have enough on the priest, so I feel like it has to be him. Like I know I was saying earlier, I was like, oh, it's like kind of too much, but like he is in the one. I don't know. I feel like it's where it wants me to point, so I'm gonna point to him. I was wrong.
Huh?
Ma'am, all right. See, that's what.
Considering all the evidence gathered so far, only
How
can I be the nail man?
I wish I could check my keys, because maybe I missed a key.
I'm not the culprit.
Oh, I guess it is the priest. I don't know. That was just the only one that...
the culprit is you, Father.
I just don't know exactly why, because unless I missed a key point, he said, maybe. But can I... Thank you, now I can check it. I'm going to check this just because I was like a kind of just the next guess here. Okay, so... thin person, obviously, that makes sense. Clergy members... Oh, duh, that ruled out the servant, or the worshiper, because he's technically not... See, that was the other thing I was saying, like, yeah, he kind of just hangs out there, but he also wasn't it. Okay. Yeah. Well, the art gallery, for the time being, doesn't have anything to do with the case. So I'm gonna leave that there. Was there anything else that would have, like, immediately given to him? I mean, besides having access to the church. I don't really know. Am I just missing something here? Hold on. Uh-huh. I mean, I guess if you just change it to those three, the servant's too fat, simply put, and then the nun has an arm that's hurt. But unless we're gonna get to that, but that kind of feels like it was, bring with the paternal affection, he feels calling to help all those in need. He's popular among the worshippers for his gentle and thoughtful nature. Many people come to ask him for advice. Church priests, atheists. I don't know. I genuinely don't really have anything to go on, so maybe they'll...
What? That's an absolutely...
Maybe they'll just spell it out for me.
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just give up?
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit? That's impossible.
Any of those three would also have access to all the
How
names.
dare you spew such nonsense.
We're supposed to go be like, oh, all of them were non-believers.
Right. Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting like a
Yes,
real
yeah, just doing it more of like a...
Go on and boom kill him.
what is it? A process of elimination. Then more like, do we have cold hard evidence, at least right now? Maybe that's what we're going off of, but it was making it seem like, oh, we already knew who it was. I don't know. Obviously, his whole appearance and how he talked was very suspicious, but I think that was meant to be all of them were suspicious. I thought from the beginning it was the worst one, wasn't it? But like when I was doing the mystery lab, I'm like, I don't know who else it was supposed to be, but he was like clearly the thinnest out of them because he's like really just.
I'm a man of the cloth.
Okay. Yeah, I guess just that one, but that doesn't mean anything right now. I guess.
Like this. It's total blasphemy. I am not the nail. That's it. The first one to discover the bodies.
Oh, there we go.
The
Okay, that.
is the worshiper.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Damn it.
Say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
a
that
man of the cloth.
that was me for. I was right, but in the wrong way, where it's like they did call him a worshiper, but like I said, they kept referring to him as part of the church crew, but he is technically not part of like the church, so and that's the
The first
important
one to
part,
discover
really.
the bodies. The mailman is the worshiper.
Just trying to take out the noise, and then this happens.
Yeah.
Apologies for my god awful gameplay, I guess, right now. Still weird though that they don't have names for them. They're just called priest, worshiper. Like,
That's it.
come up with just 4 rando names. Yeah, like, I'm not saying it would have been that
The
difficult.
mailman is the
You could just
worshiper.
name him John. But I don't know.
this is the truth.
Okay, but yeah, that was me missing one little sentence, making it be like, yeah, it's
The
clearly
rope
not
ladder
him.
used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only clergy can access. The worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergy member. So he's no longer a suspect.
Okay.
Shut up! Shut up! Ridiculous!
Unless I'm missing, once again, unless I'm missing something, I just don't.
That's what churches.
Unless did he say something about the strangulation? Wait. Why is that? That must be a off one. I guess we'll do that one. He might be He might try to post on the servant then.
The culprit.
I'm
There
thinking
are
that's
others
yeah.
working for the church.
Mhm.
Yes, there's the servant.
Yeah.
The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
Oh,
To
bastard.
be eliminated as a suspect. He pretended to discover a rope ladder.
Oh yeah, he was the one who gave us that evidence, dude. That would be weird of him to do, but I didn't really suspect him at all.
But
He was probably like out of all of them the least suspicious of them all.
Then
A member of the church is the culprit?
Sorry, that's also my bad for playing the chapter in multiple different day sessions here, but I kind of
There
missed
are
parts, so.
others working for the church.
See, first half and second half were done on separate days, so. Yeah.
The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
Okay.
this mystery.
I don't know why, I guess my brain is thinking, like, you have to do it when it's very close. Maybe give some more points, but I can do it from far away, and maybe that's what I need to start doing more often.
Climbing up to the underground casino's
So I'm really
window
kind of
with only
making a
nails
fool
for
out of
footing
myself.
would require considerable agility.
Mm-hmm.
Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
Yeah, and that was what I was thinking too, just right like a second ago with the rope ladder. Like,
Oh no!
it would not have guaranteed his weight, unfortunately.
Absolute lies!
I guess we're gonna try to pin the blame on Nun next.
The nun must be the culprit.
Okay, I just. Oh, full use. Okay, that's. I missed that line. There we go. The full use of their arms. Okay, unless it was just acting. No, I can. Shit,
She's
my bad.
dead and also works at the church.
Okay.
The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
This is the truth.
And that was when I thought right away, like, unless they were going to bring up something where, like, clearly the murderer was injured at some point, but she's currently incapacitated with one of
The
her
mansion
arms.
study's locked room. The culprit tossed the
Wait,
key behind
that
the
was also...
corpse with perfect
Okay, that was, like,
aim.
3 months ago, though, so...
With her dominant hand injured, the nun couldn't have done that, which means she's not the culprit.
Yeah, wasn't the mansion, like, 3 months ago? Because it was 6, 3, and 1, I thought. I mean, you could have had your arm broken that long. I don't remember. Did she say how long it was? I might also miss that, too. If it goes back and repeats her dialogue, I'd actually be happy about that, because that confirm it.
It's not the churchgoer, the servant, or the nun. There's only one
Yeah,
option left.
but once again, no hard evidence.
Father, it's you. You are the nail man.
I don't know, maybe I'm just...
Say something quick. Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Well,
Ah, you're useless. I am a priest in service to God. I am not the nail man.
Alright, we got a transformation. Did Zilch transform too?
Make you this ugly.
All your proof is nothing but fantasy. You don't have a single piece of hard evidence.
Yeah,
Evidence?
that's kind of where I'm at.
But Master, you do. It's easy.
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves
I mean,
it
the
is-
only evidence I thought we had was Halara being like, yeah, it's one of those 4, clearly.
I don't know.
I mean, unless you're saying the access to the thing. I don't know. It still all feels circumstantial to me, but
A
maybe...
detective must always prioritize solving a case. Listen, a detective
I might just
isn't
be
an
dumb. I
arbiter
might
of
just miss something.
justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods. What do you mean? In short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires bluffing.
Use everything?
Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage. Emotions must be discarded to
Yeah,
reach a
because that
perfect
doesn't... I was
solution
thinking with the tree,
perfect
like, 'cause, like,
deduction.
obviously all of them are nailed in, like, the forest in the back. But that doesn't mean anything because the worshiper, who is non-clergy, was able to access that and know all the names, too, because he was basically at the crime scene within the same time vicinity. So that doesn't make him the... That isn't hard evidence either, because that could literally be anyone. It doesn't even have to be those 4. It could be pretty much anybody who has ever visited the church, ever. But,
Bluff. In other words, I should
oh,
just
okay, so
claim
we
I
don't
have
yet.
solid
I'm assuming we're
evidence.
gonna find it.
But what could I
I mean, I guess
use
we've
as a
done that in
bluff?
other games before, so. Yeah, it was more just like when I like met them all, like kind of gut feeling it was like the priest mainly, but I'm also like kind of in my head was like, well, it seems almost too obvious because he's like the head guy, but once again, it wasn't the servant. I was just kind of in my head, I'm like, I don't think it's the worshiper just because like, it makes him too obvious, and then none, I kind of also really didn't have a whole lot either, so.
Enough with your stupid fantasies.
Yeah. Thought he said fetishes for a second.
Everything you say
Uh-huh.
is nothing but a fantasy.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's... Past Nailman murders, the information obtained from the church worshiper. A report. Suspicious footprint. I mean, the dress shoes, I guess. But I was thinking, like, it looked like Seth even had dress shoes on him, wasn't it? That doesn't really rule out a whole lot of people, but... I don't... I might have to listen to this one a whole time through.
Proof.
No.
Did you find my fingerprints?
Oh, footprints. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, here we go. Where's... Okay, maybe that's the thing we're gonna be bluffing. We're gonna be pretending like, we actually have it's your shoes.
Of course there's no evidence.
This is the truth.
Okay.
You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your
Okay,
footprints.
yeah, we're just gonna... We didn't say that. Okay, I get the bluff now.
I already burned those shoes in the incinerator.
There you are, you stupid asshole.
You gave yourself away.
Well, Mr. Labyrinth cleared, everybody. We did it.
I swear, I only enacted justice in the name of God.
Looks like it worked. Good job, Yuma.
Thanks.
Karnai Ward is rotten to the core. To say that
I mean...
someone had to get their hands dirty.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense for motives.
Those slain were the evil incarnate that harmed others. That's why the people asked the Nailmen to kill them.
I mean, what? There was... I guess we don't know anything about the clock tower or the mansion dude. He was kind of just like a recluse, I thought. I mean, what? The chick was like... The art gallery lady was like, I'm sleeping around with a bunch of douche people, basically making her kind of an asshole. And then you could obviously make a lot of things that are running an illegal crime thing. So, I mean, it could just be like generic crimes, and you'd be like, that's sinning in the name of God, or or it's just something like they're all atheists, so I'm gonna kill them.
Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them.
Are we really done? I feel like this... That ended quickly to...
All I did was slay evil.
If someone hates somebody bad enough, they give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around
mean, I guess
killing
could
those
be
people
simple.
as the Nailman.
Doesn't have to be actual crimes.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead. War is awesome!
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
That could be said about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons. Anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it finally over?
I don't think so.
Huh, nothing's happening. But last time...
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear. And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
There's somebody that's telling him what to do? Is that what it's trying to maybe go
It's
into?
not over?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman
Yeah.
killings within this mystery labyrinth.
But we solved all of the locked rooms and discovered the true identity of the Nailman. Was I wrong? But the priest even confessed to it.
Calm down, Yuma. There's no need to panic. If the Nailman's identity is exposed and all mysteries are yet to be solved, then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
Someone else's agenda?
Meaning the Nailman didn't work alone.
You mean there's another culprit? But...
Yuma, if you consider yourself to be a detective, you must see the truth through to the very end. No mystery concludes with a dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
all right.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective.
Okay, that's starting to think like maybe the especially the art gallery one.
Locked rooms.
Yes.
If any of
Okay,
them were
it's
hiding a
this three
mysterious,
then.
it would be the room that's obviously different
Yeah,
from
because
the others.
it must have been the priest or someone left it to the accomplice who wasn't as familiar with it all or
Different.
whatever. Hence why the painting was nailed and there was a blunt force trauma. They most likely...
Isn't that right? Now That's what you want.
They were
right?
hit in the head first, clearly, because or they're killed maybe like that, and then they're like, oh shit, I need to strangle them or something. I don't
Fine.
know.
I can't say no to you, and you're so helpless like that. Okay, Master, lay it all out.
What? That's clearly third. What are we trying to solve for this? What are we asking? What are we
Try
asking?
to solve
Oh.
it lickety-split.
The victim's wound? Is that it? Or no. Death, I guess? Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and they would know the strangulation thing because it's only somebody who wasn't, so obviously that rules out somebody like Seth or the Amaterasu Corps. Because they knew that, so they wouldn't just blunt force it. And so it would have to be that person did do the third killing at the very least, and then maybe the priest came in. I don't know.
A new path's opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage. If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt trauma to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma.
Yeah, but is there any other evidence besides that? We just know there is an accomplice, so it doesn't really narrow it down. The only other thing now is, no, it's the worshiper thing because of the paint can being some sort of misdirection. Like, it's just like, why even have that evidence there? It's like, oh, you accidentally kicked it down. That's
Here's
just
another
my thought
obstacle.
process there.
But
So
it's likely to be an insignificant one. Yuma, let's solve this mystery and move on.
Right.
why was the cause of death made to look like strangulation? The work of a copycat, the work of a... Yes, it's the work of a copycat.
Right here.
Oh,
The
thank goes.
strangulation
Have me
was
what?
faked to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a
Okay, this
copycat
was.
crime.
I agree.
Gotcha. Okay, this one I think is the worshiper now. The boy?
Among the string of mailmen,
Is that the child?
there could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains, even after discovering the mailman's identity. So who is the copycat criminal?
Indeed. we
If
need
you want to play
uncover
semantics
this
too, the
imposter's
priest did
identity.
try to poke right at the the worshiper right away, but
All right.
makes sense in that. Well, I don't know. It doesn't make necessary. So is that the child though? Like, it's so
You're accusing
funny.
me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass!
It's probably funnier than it's supposed to be. I don't know why, but it's just like back then doesn't even say anything. He's just like a tear in his eye. Oh my god, this actually kind of cracked me up.
No, I told
Okay.
you already. I
it's-
have nothing to do with this.
Yeah, I was about to say it's got to be him now for sure because he's getting like way too passionate and then he's like, I got
You
it.
are the copycat criminal.
Makes sense.
Huh? Me? What are you talking about? I told you all about the Nailman and even cooperated with your investigation.
He
And
knew he
now you
would.
think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush you to dust, you filth!
Yeah, because he. I mean, it is weird though, because if anyone were to know the strangulations outside of the Amaterasu and the priest, it would probably be him, since he was like the most clearly involved with everything. Like, if he was at every scene, discovered every killing, like he might have been able to figure that out. But I mean, I guess at that point it was only 2 murders. I don't know. I'm gonna say, let's see, back of the head, past nail murders. Honestly, this was the whole thing. It was literally like a chick that was like, what, sleeping around with a bunch of dudes or something like that. So maybe it was a ex, or it dated him at some point. That is, it'd be kind of wild. Probably this one.
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the Nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah?
Nope. Oh, I was like,
Even if there was a
That was-
copycat
sorry.
criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat.
doing this shit again.
Anyone could have done it.
That could have been, could be that one. Hold on.
Say,
Except,
You need to know the details of the case. Okay, yeah, no, that is it. Yeah, so hold on. This information. Oh, I guess it's just that. Yeah, never
Why
mind.
accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat
Are we gonna reap
criminal?
both their souls, or are we just gonna reap one of them?
Could have all been the Nailman.
I mean, in a sense, we're solving for all of them, but we're also
Just different each time, yeah?
we're specifically solving for the clock tower, which would be the priest then. But I mean, I don't know.
Is it me?
Shit.
The servant could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone could have done it.
Hello? Wait. So was it the
Accuse
wrong?
me of being the culprit.
I mean, I guess it is this one then. Okay.
I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah? Even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nut could be the copycat. Anyone could have done it.
There we go.
Slice through this mystery.
Okay.
The cause of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the Nailman's MO. But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes.
I guess, yeah.
That includes the mailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene.
But why'd the blunt force trauma then to begin with?
Which means you could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
Because it's also like kind of unproving it. Like it's just disproving, not unproving, disproving it. Because he should know about it. I don't know.
Master, after him! Beat some sense into that sensitive, nonsensical phantom!
Oh, well, wait a minute.
What?
For the first on the scene to also be the culprit.
Okay,
is
we're at
rather
the end.
cliche.
Yeah.
He was always suspicious, but because the real mailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the mailman, and by studying him, he eventually knew more about him than anyone else.
But once again,
Ultimately,
why?
he became the mailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there! My radar is banging like crazy!
Unless it's just like something like he was just like not experienced stuff or like strangled. I don't really know. I mean, in a sense, you could maybe say like the priest was in a position to lure them into a false sense of like getting them strangled before. Like maybe the worst was like I can't necessarily.
I won't let you. You have the truth.
Looks like we've arrived at the final
Yeah.
stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth! Master, don't let your guard down!
Yeah.
Shinigami. Alright. I forgot already the button, so I hope it has a prompt up because I can't remember. There's tackle, jump, something, something. Alright, kick,
You'll never destroy this
Okay.
board! Damn you! Stop it!
B to jump, A to kick the ball. I got it, we good.
Damn this! Stop with your lies! Everything was done by the nailman! I'm not the culprit! How dare you accuse me when you have no proof? You didn't even check the crime scenes back then!
Turn the wall with the solution K. I guess.
You're wrong!
Huh? Come on!
Thanks to
Forte.
Alar's Forte, we were able to see what each crime scene looked like at that time.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
Time to mount him!
Wrong!
That's fair.
Shut up!
You know, that's a good argument against it.
Stop it! Get away from me! Damn it!
It's like a certain person from the original game, you know, stupid, 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 stupid. Very good argument, you know?
Who cares if you use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on scene. No clue will help lead you to the culprit. you're never gonna find the culprit. What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered.
What you saw, I guess the paint can?
Halara's post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halara's post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated.
Oh, he went in first. That's what it. That's the whole
But
idea
it
behind that.
wasn't.
Okay.
The paint can had already been knocked over.
I
when
guess
the
I missed
corpse
that
was
detail.
discovered.
Alright.
That means the first person to find the corpse was the art
Was the art gallery.
staff
Yeah,
member,
okay. Alright.
Not you. The
Interesting. I
reason
kind of
you didn't count as the first person to find
assumes the
it
murderer.
is because you're the culprit.
I guess the blunt force trauma didn't really mean a whole lot in the end.
Is the truth of the case.
Besides just to show us that it's fake. Once again, why so sloppily then? I don't get that. Maybe just didn't have access to all the dolls? I guess that makes sense. Trying to think of anything else. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I got it. In the end, it doesn't matter, then that's fine.
Master, finish him! Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can!
Alright. Oh, we gotta do the... Okay. Deduction denounce. Alright. Alright, incidents caused by the nailman. Yeah. Where'd the culprit? Where'd the culprit? Do we have the vents yet? How do I do this? There we go. Alright. What is this? What did the... We have nails. Alright, when did the culprit... Where'd the culprit head of the eyeless... Fishing line? Is that it? Yeah, here we go. Cool. Oh, here we go. Alright. Do I have a rope ladder? Yes, I do. Uh... Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to True identity of the mailman. Priest. Unless they were working together at some point, but I don't know. Like the priest here, he told the priest, he's like, you idiot, she had to be strangled or something, I don't know.
Step right up, step right up! A series of locked room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the Nailman? Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
Oh, it's not denouncement, denouement.
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know who the Nailman is first. The Nailman is an urban legend of Conaiwar. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the Nailman will kill that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. With the proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward.
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape route. The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Ginma district.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals,
Oh, okay.
so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You've got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails in the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Ginma district.
The skank's cause of death was blood force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Conaiwar.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we gotta solve this case.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
you imitating Halara? Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
The rope ladder was
What's it supposed to mean?
then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the mailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The mailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer.
I guess they just did that. Weird that he did both then, I guess, but no idea.
First, the mailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
And a clergy member with access to the incinerator.
The priest! You're the nailman!
Alright.
And the copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Because he was the first witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the mailman's crimes is...
The worshiper! You're the copycat criminal!
Alright.
This is the truth of the case!
Guess we are taking both of them out. I mean, I guess, yeah, they both propped up the labyrinth in a
What's that?
sense. You could refer to that.
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
And this
I
one was
see.
too.
It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara. I was only able to make it this far thanks to you.
I only kept my part of the deal. You made the right choice hiring me. But I will say one thing. You've taken another step toward being a detective. That much is certain. I, Halara Nightmare, acknowledge you.
Really, Halara? You do?
Hi.
All right, all eyes on
Yeah, time
Shinigami.
to reaping.
What's about to happen?
Oh, isn't it obvious? It's the moment we've all been waiting for! Time to boot kill the bad guy! Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case! Death to all deplorables! Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth! Starting a shining rainbow glorious stellar spiral! Summon special grand finale!
You know, the prologue was already kind of a change up. This chapter 1 was definitely a change up too, having 2 killers. I definitely did not expect that partway through this. That was kind of an interesting twist. I will say that much. It's pretty cool. I'd say it's decently complex too for the first true case in a sense. I mean, I'd still say this is like a second case just because the prologue was long enough to really warrant a full chapter. It's kind of weird to call it like chapter 0 or whatnot, but yeah, I'm curious. I actually might want to. I'm gonna quick look. Oh, I don't want to look that up. I do want to know how many chapters there are, though. Just in case it's some sort of spoiler type thing. I don't know.
Father?
Are you all right?
Guess we just see them drop dead, yeah.
What's going on? What happened to those two?
There's no pulse. They're dead.
Dead? What?
What? What is this?
I sure worked hard today. Feels so good to boom kill the murderer.
So is Halara back to normal then? I'm assuming.
The
Like
mystery
they have all their
labyrinth
memories in a
crumbles
sense
when
back.
you reap the soul of the true culprit. Then, the cause of the mystery labyrinth's creation pays the price by vanishing with it. I knew this would happen, but it still hurts to see someone die before my eyes. It's like I killed them myself. No, I did kill them. I killed them with the ruthless blade of the truth.
There. Humans boom kill cows and pigs all the time and eat them. You don't feel bad about that, right? These were the souls of deranged murderers. At least you didn't eat them. If you look at it that way, there's nothing to feel bad about at all.
It's not so simple when it comes to people dying.
Did you people do this? Did you kill them with some kind of poison?
Hey, hold on. I have no idea what's going on here. Too much is happening all at once.
We shall talk at headquarters. Follow me there immediately.
Is it just me, or are things more complicated now than before entering the mystery labyrinth?
Yes, very much so.
Oh, you want help? Are you going to rely on me again?
Once again, this is gonna make it seem like what's something to say like, okay, well the guy killed the father, the watchman killed the clock tower people, and then we are responsible for their death. They could just make that up, really.
Oh, fine. I can't say no when you ask for help.
What the fuck?
Ah, he came back to life.
Sorry about that. You see, I'm actually the nailman. These are my final words, so I can't lie. I'm the nailman. The worshiper laying there is just a copycat criminal. Search the church for the tools used in each crime. I'm sure you'll find plenty of evidence. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check it out. Thanks!
What in the goddamn?
I didn't know you could do that. But that was a super lazy confession. Will it work?
That should do it. We even have witnesses, so this case is closed.
The priests, anyway. Everyone here will be taken
Oh,
to
shoot, what did he say?
Komatsu Corporation at once.
Did he say something else? Where's like the log but there we go. Priest mumbled something, but I couldn't quite hear him. Okay. I mean, I guess in this sense, like, we do have the church people there that are still alive to play a sort of third-party, unbiased testimony, you know?
What?
They're like, hey, we saw it too, so it's not just like
Effective at all.
the detectives versus
So
peacekeepers.
stubborn. This is why I hate authority.
I mean, still, clearly
What
not.
do we do?
Wait, I hear something.
Huh? What now?
Motorbike. Something is heading this way at an alarming speed.
It can't be.
Where is that coming from?
No. What are you doing here?
Who are you?
You dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I am?
The hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi Hellsmile.
The Peacekeeper's director?
So he is the head of the Peacekeepers.
Now you know, small fry. Bow down.
What are you doing here?
No need to be alarmed. Benevolent Director Yomi is here to help. Oh, excuse me for the late introduction. I am Vice Director of the Peacekeepers, Martina Electro.
Right?
She's my beloved right hand. No one else gets to have her.
Okay.
What's with him?
Master, be careful. This Yomi guy is dangerous.
Huh?
I've never seen anyone emit such a dangerous aura before.
He's that bad?
So, what brings you here?
Oh, right. I was so focused on my beloved right hand that I completely forgot.
As mentioned earlier, Director Yomi is here to help. I hear you've been troubled by Seth's unreasonable treatment. Is that right?
Huh?
Director Yomi, what is going on here? Why am I...
We have discovered you've been receiving sizable kickbacks for facilitating donations meant for the church. We now know why you were so desperate to clean up all the Nailman killings. After all, it would be troublesome to lose access to all that money if the priest was arrested as the Nailman.
Wait, please. Director Yomi, I did this under your orders.
Oh.
Did you say something? Because I didn't hear a thing.
I only did this because you ordered me to.
Seth, you make me sad. I'm the hero and defender of peace in this city. My peacekeepers are proud soldiers of that mission. And yet, you let yourself be corrupted. How could you? Seth, for the sake of the peacekeepers and the peace of Kanai Ward, die.
Oh?
Taking advantage of your position as a peacekeeper executive is a serious crime. The punishment must be severe.
But...
Actually gonna kill him, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm annoyed my own underling would betray me like this. I'm so annoyed, I'd go insane if I didn't toy around with my beloved right hand.
It's an honor.
Okay.
He's terrible. Like a lizard cutting off its own tail to survive.
Someone like him is in charge of the Peacekeepers?
Don't look him in the eyes. Don't talk to him either. If possible, don't even breathe the same air as him. Though it's probably too late for that.
Well then. To our shit-for-brains friends playing detective. Looks like I have to give you a warning. Know your place in my city and stay there. Follow the rules and don't disturb our peace. Or I'll need you to die!
In this city, Director Yomi is both the law and the peacekeepers itself. Defying us means you defy law and order. You will receive fitting treatment for such behavior.
Before, you were insignificant specks of dust. But now that you've banded together, you've become an eyesore. Detectives, my ass. Annoying little shits.
Wow. That's not very nice.
Let's go.
Thank you, Shinigami.
My beloved right hand.
Thank you.
Yes, Director Yomi.
Looks like we've been targeted by someone dangerous.
Yeah, thanks to you. One wrong move and it would have been all over. You got that?
I'm sorry, but...
No buts. None. How did this happen anyway?
Laura, help me out. Please explain what happened. You said you acknowledged me as a detective, didn't you?
What? When did I say that?
Huh?
It's such a shame, Master. Everything that happens in the Mystery Labyrinth gets forgotten.
Oh, alright. That's what happened.
Helara's memory must have been wiped after entering and leaving the labyrinth. Nothing inside the Mystery Labyrinth can be taken into the real world. Not even memories. Unless you have a contract with yours truly, that is.
But I thought Halara and I had finally reached an understanding.
Memories from up until you enter the Mystery Labyrinth are retained, like the debt you owe for your assignment.
That's awful!
Hey, Yuma, are you listening? You better make sure this doesn't happen again.
By the way, Chief, our submarine office is tipping over. Are you sure the Peacekeepers didn't mess with it?
What? Seriously? I have to go back and repair it. Yuma, help me out. Follow me.
Yuma, it was supposed to be time for your solution, but we've ended up in a mess.
Huh? Yeah.
Before they could be accused, the true culprit suddenly died. It's my first time dealing with such a thing. Still, I do remember this. You did your absolute best to try and solve the case.
Huh?
You should be proud.
Laura.
Look, the chief is calling for you. You should go.
Right. Thank you.
Uncharacteristically nice, but I. Alright. I'm assuming that's roughly the end of this chapter, but we'll see if there's anything else with this.
Are you serious? A Peacekeeper executive was taking bribes from the church?
If Director Yomi said so, it would be considered the truth, even if it isn't.
What about the priest being the nailman?
It's going to be publicly announced as the truth. It appears the priest's strong desire to save others turned him into the nailman. He saw people wishing for revenge as they hammered those nails in the forest, and decided he needed to save them. That was the motive, though it could all be a story made up by the Peacekeepers.
So, what about the kitty cat criminal?
You mean the copycat?
That one was already publicized as well. They say the copycat did it out of admiration for the real nailman.
And in the end, he felt so much guilt that he poisoned himself? None of this really makes any sense.
That sure didn't look like death by poison to me.
Yeah, how is it supposed to be, I guess, like death? Like, yes, dead, but like heart attack, poison, I don't know. I mean, I guess they just stopped functioning, but how do you...
It was me!
As a...
I did it along with that detective kneeling in penitence over there.
It would make more sense to assume Yomi killed them somehow. Especially when you consider the timing. He'd do it without batting an eye.
Yomi Hellsmile, the director of the Peacekeepers, the leader of our enemy.
I heard he rode in on a dragon.
No, It was a motorcycle.
No.
From what I've investigated, the Peacekeeper's influence is gaining ground at Amaterasu Corporation. There's some sort of power struggle going on. Seems like they're getting their way internally. I hear that their boss, Yomi, is extraordinarily dangerous.
Extraordinary. So he is very normal? How scary.
It's only a matter of time until the Peacekeepers
You know,
gain
that's
complete control of the
really
corporation.
weird. I feel like I just watched somebody else talk about that, like just on like something completely random, but talking about like English is weird because like extraordinary implies that it's just super ordinary, but I don't know. Anyways,
when that happens, they might outright attack the World Detective Organization.
Perhaps the WDO made its move because they saw the warning signs. If that's the case, it could have something to do with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret? We still know nothing about it, huh?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Nailman incident. I wonder what it could be.
I don't really know either. I don't know if it's supposed to be something huge or is it just like the most obvious that like clearly they're involved with everything shady. Like it was clear that they were, you know, stealing donations from their church and whatnot. Hush money and then yeah, whatever. They basically threw Seth under the bus just to shut him up for the time being, I guess.
Sheesh, so much to deal with. This sounds exhausting.
Didn't I tell you that from the start?
We have to obey directives from number 1, no matter how difficult they are.
Well, we got some very talented master detectives gathered here. I'm sure it'll be fine. So much. No, everything changes from now on. Yuma, you can take a seat now.
My legs feel numb.
Don't stick your neck out recklessly from now on, for everyone's sake. Got it?
Got it.
Hey, we worked super hard. I'm so stressed I could die.
Oh, well, don't do
Wait,
that.
but I can't die.
Sick deal, Yuma.
Do we have a visitor? That's rare. Yuma, can you go get it?
Sure.
Is it the boy, maybe? His father? Yeah.
Oh, it's you.
My dad is back safe at home. It's all thanks to you. Thank you for helping us.
No, I just... Well, I'm happy for you.
Aw, look at you getting thanked. You were on your knees just a moment ago.
Be quiet.
Oh, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
What is it?
Did someone else die or something?
Will you play catch with me?
Huh? Catch? But it's raining. Actually, sure. Let's play.
Yeah, thanks for not being the criminal. Let's go play catch, son. No, I want to go play with Detective Kid. Okay.
The unending rain.
I don't know when you want to play with your dad.
My
Maybe he's still
memories
tied
still
up.
seem
I
like
don't know.
faraway
Whatever,
raindrops.
whatever.
My hands still have yet to grasp a single thing. I'm still lost. Is it all right for me to be here? But with the worn baseball gripped in my hand, my heart somehow feels lighter. Why I wanted to be a detective. It could have been for the sake of something so small that it fits in my hand. Maybe I should give myself credit for this small realization. So, for just a bit longer, I think I'll keep pretending to be a detective.
That was a lot for chapter 1, too. Maybe there's gonna be less chapters overall, but like, yikes. Still a lot of stuff. And we get this too. Once again, you're being a little too nice on me. I don't think I... Okay, thank you. That's probably a little bit better. Like, triple S for a lot of that stuff, but... I mean, hey, whatever. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to do some, like, doing the level, the skill thingies. I'm used to, like, you know, the pre-class trial where they let you set that stuff. They kind of just throw you into the mix here. I'll have to do that before the next Mystery Labyrinth, I guess. All right. Well, I'll probably end it here at some point, but thanks anyways.